couple of years ago. This was just so much of what this guy could do. And whenever I see Silas Vedius, I always immediately look, what kind of ultis do we have? The Leona ult can be so powerful to steal away. The Xin Zhao ult also, those defensive type of ultis for Silas can have so much value and puts a little bit of a road bump there on Yike's tempo. Zeka with a long range of ducked! First blood solo kill over in the mid lane, knocks the rock out of Vladdy's hand. Buff take feels really good for Peanut in that type of situation as Zeka just says, all right, thank you very much. Orbital Laser now locked in with the stolen Leona ulti. Vladdy shoves him back a little bit here. Peanut is gonna clear a ward away, but Targamas wants to flash follow. Zeka's in danger, and Vladdy gets one back. KC are on the board.
He gets a kill back for himself.
Nicely done from KC. Now they're gonna try to transition this into a follow-up grub take. Yike with the smite, ready for the first one, secures at least that, and now starts to back away as Delight is nearby. Viper is also rotated up. Peanut with the smite to secure the first grub for his side, and it looks like Yike is saying, all right, we're not gonna fight for this anymore. Backs away from that. Kana and Zeka will pass one another like ships in the night down here towards that bottom side river as the third Void Grub is stolen away. Callista's managed to grab it, and now KC's got more men. Viper's got to try to get out as he flashes back over the pit, but it's not gonna matter. Kana's in hot pursuit. Viper gets knocked the wrong way, but he's still living, and KC get a second kill. Really just uncareful path through the mid lane that got him caught now as the Chains of Corruption from Viper set it up for the slam into the wall from Delight. One more shot from Viper, gets it done with a rain of arrows. HLE tie it up 2-2.
Nice punish there from Hanwha.
A little bit of the follow-up damage, but does tag him with a weirding. A teleport showing up as HLE getting back away. Delight in some danger, gonna get cooked up by Kana as Peanut heads all the way out of town. Ball breaker ready to charge up, go right back in against him, but Vladdy has arrived here with the Weaver's Wall. Kana still in danger, flash in, coming out from Zeus. Another TP is about to arrive. Very low HP on Peanut, but the feat of warfare is gonna be claimed by HLE as Peanut holds on by 50 HP.
Grubs.
All right, first grub secured by KC. Peanut hanging out on the back side of the pit. Second one, Yike should have this one taken care of as well. That's already 4 for the side of KC, and it looks like it's gonna be a 5-to-1 grub split for Karmine Corp.
Okay, so grub secured.
Anything more, Delight and Peanut, both hanging around in the tri-brush here as Yike wanted to check and see. Immediately ejected though, and Delight flashes forward, ready to slam Vladdy back into the turret. HLE surgically precise with it. Immediately get there, man. That's the punish on the lack of flash from the play earlier.
Has the TP, doesn't have the TP available. I stand corrected. I think that HLE are just going to have to concede this one, and instead they'll trade it for that top tower. Not sure exactly how low that tower is, but given that KC have committed their members on the bot side, now they have to set their sights on this bot tower themselves.
Yeah, Zeus and Delight will be assigned to try to defend it, but they are backing away now. It is a 4-man effort from KC moving towards the tier 1. Targamas dropping everything here on Zeus as Yike is ready to jump in immediately here with a crescent sweep. Knocks him back, beautifully done. KC got one, and they're gonna get the second. They overload the bottom lane, and it's too much for Zeus and Delight to handle. KC walking away with 2 more kills, tying the game up in that regard as Zeka takes the top lane tier 1 turret.
Zeus still had his flash available, but he thought that with his ultimate he'd be able to get out, and I think wisely, because you think about all the time they spent on that last play.
Yeah.
Committing to this would just be a little bit too much.
Yeah, I feel like trying to go to the Rift Herald at this point is just conga lining in there when it's probably already been claimed, so a wise decision. But now Delight finds Yike in the enemy jungle, but Yike is far enough away that he shouldn't be in any serious danger here.
It becomes these outer towers that these teams kind of set their sights on, and if they can't secure it, then a Herald in the mid lane will do a nice, easy job.
Yeah, this mid lane tier 1 turret low enough. The Herald charge should be enough to just guarantee the death here. Shelly rears back, Shelly goes forward, turret goes down. They won't get anything else from that, but they don't need it. Number 3, it'll be Soul Point if KC gets it, and that would be absolutely huge. But HLE wants to stop it. Zeka wants to go over the wall, but he misses the second part of the E. The Dragon's down to 1,300, but it ain't dead yet. Secured by Peanut, and Targamas is down. HLE, they get the objective +1. 1. Viper returns to mid to continue to keep the waves from taking the tier 1 turret of HLE. Now some more trouble for KC as Yike once again, you said it, Vedius, Delight has a bead drawn on this guy, and there's the kill going over to Zeus as Kana keeps retreating. Zeus tags him with a weirding. Targamas can't get in there with a Zenith Blade.
The map, KC are gonna struggle to answer this as Zeka acts as gatekeeper.
Yeah, Zeka not afraid to jump in, immediately force Kana away. Zeka knows that he has the stolen Crescent Guard as well, makes it so easy to engage in what looks like a 1v1.
Advantage that Hanwha Life have built thanks to that Arakan is massive. You look across the board and it's just a full level in favor of HLE. Yike, a poor place to back. Kalist now
Kalist not where he wants to be either. And again, another kill over to Zeus. The weirding just blasts them. Make them feel the pressure in the side lanes at the same time. And there's Vladdy immediately committing the Weaver's wall up into the top side to try to save the turret, but it's not gonna matter because Zeka has already claimed it. Team is nobody doing anything too crazy just yet. Still 15 seconds until the Drake spawns. Zeka with the abscond abduct, jumping in right on top of Vladdy. Hits him with the chains. Vladdy with a flash out. Zeka with a flash in. A little bit more damage required. Stasis from Vladdy ain't gonna do a damn thing. And Zeka puts him in the ground. But the follow-up from KC. Targamas wants to try to stop the recall, at least get something from the HLE mid laner, but Zeka's not gonna stand for that. He wants to stay and fight because he knows the rest of KC is coming to try to stop him. The abscond abduct is not getting him away that time, and Kalist ends up getting the revenge kill, but it took so many resources for KC to make that an even trade that the Drake goes the way of HLE, the bottom lane tier 2 goes the way of HLE, the top lane tier 2 already went their way to start off the entire fight.
But the follow-up flash from Zeka results in the kill, and now KC looking for a bit of a fight.
Yeah, they dive in on top of Peanut, do a ton of damage, but not enough to kill him just yet. He'll finally burn down. They're to Kana on the rumble. Viper forced a flash back over the Wild Bell 2 as a slam into the wall. Delight's going in after Yike, but he can't quite find him. HLE losing men left, right, and center. KC, ding, 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 we got a winner. 3 dead bodies in HLE jerseys. KC roared a life in the enemy jungle.
They would love to stop the Baron right now, but it's Zeka and Zeus that are still alive. The TP gonna have to come through from Kana as he quickly goes back to base.
Oh, there goes your Baron attempt. Zeus just walked up and knocks Yike out. It doesn't work out, but that's what you gotta go for. Kana trying to take his own red buff. Peanut immediately ready to jump in, goes for the ball breaker. I feel like when I watch Zeus play Aurora, the champ just does more damage. Finding his way all the way out. Yike, Targamas, and Vladdy. KC stepping up. They don't want to allow their opponents to take this for free. Delight misses the ulti. That could be huge. Zeus jumps in. Yike here from the front line. Low health bars on HLE. Into the back line goes Zeka. He wants to kill into Kalist. He needs a little bit more damage to fight, and he finally got the shutdown. The Ezreal's dead. Leona joins them. HLE got 2, and they aren't done yet. Peanut continuing the chase after Yike. Xin Zhao does not have a lot of defensive mechanisms to get away from this one. Peanut with the smite to slow him down. And this kill is going to be desynced critically from the rest. Zeka stealing Kana's ultimate, jumping in on top of him. Kana with the stasis manages to outplay. Oh, and the stolen Leona ulti to stun him back up. Now Kalist has to flash over the wall to try to stay safe as Zeus is zoning everybody away yet again. KC, health bars rocked, backing away
from Yike throughout this game. Level 17, Zeka.
Zeka in some trouble now. He is level 17. He steals the Xin Zhao ulti to try to make the fight more manageable. Gives him enough effective HP to survive. Now Zeus jumping in with Between Worlds. Immediately kills Kalist. Right back on top of the other side for kill number 2. Peanuts keeping everybody else locked down. And KC scatter. There is no way to stop the HLE war machine now.
The 5-man unit keeping their mid laner alive will win the fight, will win the Baron, and they're looking to win game 1.
To push up the bot lane wave, mid lane wave being addressed by the Sylas.
It's, I mean, I was going to say the good news for KC is that the game had become very scrappy, but now that they have the Baron, it feels like it's a matter of time. Viper has so much poke available. And Zeus, oh, good ulti.
Yeah, finds Yike. They chunk him out by half. Also, Yike with the Edge of Night makes it so hard. Viper with the Edge of Night, so hard to engage on this guy.
I mean, Kalist does do a lot of damage, but I feel like that Viper just does more.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, man. It is an 8,000 gold lead now for HLE. Zayas goes between worlds. Vlad, he's going to get caught. Weirding isn't enough to kill him, but he's forced to go gold, and Peanut ready to jump back in with a ball breaker. Missed times it, but it don't matter. Zayas unstoppable as HLE take the first inhibitor in the bottom lane. Now they'll put their attention in mid, looking for the second. Another Chains of Corruption flies out, does not connect. KC scrambling to defend 4 versus 5. Vladdy's still dead for another 40 seconds. KC making their entry, trying to stop this, trying to hold HLE off. Peanut's burning low, but Zayas has already grabbed another kill. It'll be a 1-for-1 at least, as Kana and Kalist need more firepower. Yike buying a little bit of time here on the front line as Delight jumps in and trades his life for Yike. Vladdy's still got 20 seconds left before he respawns, and Zayas grabs a double kill. Kalist falls, and that'll do it. HLE take game 1.
I really love Jhin when he's paired with something that dives in incredibly quickly and gets on top of the backline, something like the Ambessa they have here.
So much Fearless recently that I haven't thought about it, but yeah, it's goddamn Corp. Run from it, hide from it.
Dreaded, it arrives all the same.
Yep.
Here they are. Yeah, so you know, get cozy, get comfy. I like the chairs that we got here at LoL Park.
It's kind of comfy.
Being able to sit down during the game is great for a Corkius here.
It really is. It really, really is.
With long international flights is I stay up as long as humanly. I just physically exhaust myself.
That makes sense.
And then I can fall asleep. But right now, a lot of damage onto Targamas here, who's still only level 5. Tried to make the outplay Flash, but Viper rears his fangs. He's ready for it, and he earns first blood for HLE.
HLE already have a 1.2k gold lead, have secured every early game objective, and are just running the rift right now.
Ever has the opportunity to do anything with an ulti or something. He's still just barely level 5. Now Targamas here in mid wants to set up. Zeka in some danger now, gets swept to the side by Vladdy. Zeka flashing away from the root caller, needs to survive the additional pressure from Yike, but Daisy is fast with the Trigger Seed shield. The slow into the knockup is there. Zeka's gonna get caught, and KC get one back.
Peanut though, ooh, look at, this is a race right now to get to the red buff.
Okay, Peanut, gotta be careful. The light right behind him. There is level 6 on the Renata, only level 5 on Targamas. Not really super close either. Yike making his way over. Peanut with the smite, secures the buff. Now with the blast cone over the wall. Again, the arrow onto the Alistar, and there's no ulti to try to save him. A defensive headbutt to try to escape, but it's not gonna happen, and Peanut gets this one.
And so he decided even if he did flash, he wasn't gonna be able to live. One grub has now been secured.
Yep.
I think it's going to be difficult for KC to stop them getting 6.
Grub number 2, there we go. But Daisy is ready to approach. Looks like HLE is going to decide 5 is fine. Nope, never mind. Peanut wants to jump back in and try to fight for it, but Yike lands the smite, so at least one grub denied.
Was advantage in favor of HLE.
Yike stepping back away from it. The brushes still placed down in the river. Daisy summoned up. HLE still with control over the objective. Curtain call opens up. There's no arrow to try to stop it. Redemption comes down. Peanut backing away from that one. Dragon's gonna get very low to smite range here very quickly. Peanut needs a little bit more damage, and the Drake goes the way of HLE. Targman's in the middle. Massive double knockup. First kill goes the way of KC, and HLE has to disengage. Viper and Delight looking to run away, but the root caller's ready to chase him. Viper does not want to go any closer if he can help it. Targamas about to drop low. Maybe might just die. A little bit more damage will get it done, and it's a 1-for-1 here with the supports. Viper still running. Kalist with a flash in. Viper shut down. Zeka shut down. KC triple kill Kalist.
This Jhin definitely hurts, and the range from KC is proving to be very difficult for Peanut to handle.
Yeah.
Even if the Maokai ultimate comes through, they have easy follow-up thanks to the Jhin. Targamas acting as that front line, looking to connect the stun.
Yeah, Delight and Viper moving forward. Viper going in after Kalist. Needs more damage to kill the Jhin, and he takes him out. Now Targamas is going to be your next target as Yike is about to die to Peanut and Zeka at the same time. KC, they wanted a fight around this Herald, and HLE was happy to oblige.
As with no flash on Kalist, no barrier to mitigate the damage, Viper just runs him down. Mid is gone, top is gone. 3K is the gold advantage now for Hanwha Life. as they reclaim control over game 2.
KC, they might have got the Eye of the Herald, but what did they have to lose for it? 2 turrets, 3 lives. It's so much you need, and it means that HLE are going to take Drake number 3 uncontested.
Soul point, scarier.
Yeah.
Hanwha Life set their sights on the last adder tower that needs to be knocked down.
Whoa! Kana wanted to get away, but Peanut doing a good job stopping the TP. Takes a ton of damage in the process, but not enough to bring him down. Walks over, pops the passive heal on the Krugs. Vladdy and Targamas, in the meantime, going to put some pressure on the other side of the map. Zeka wants to defend. The cannon minion doing a good job tanking up the turret. KC trying to brute force this down, but they can't do it. Now back underneath the tier 2 turret here in the bottom lane, a 1-for-1. Peanut gives his life so that Viper can get another kill, and now keep pushing onto the tier 2. Targamas coming up here into the top side as Zeka moves forward and forces Vladdy back. You want control over the Otacon pit. Zeus not around here anywhere. Targamas jumping in, immediately followed up. Delight is already down before he could do anything at all. KC are going in. The Maokai ult for the escape route for the rest of HLE. KC with a killer instinct. Jump in there and make it happen. Now they're going after the Otacon itself, but Zeus has arrived to the fight, and the Narbar's charged. KC still trying to commit to the objective. The Scuttlecraft's taking the damage a little bit, but now KC, they're about to drop. Zeus into the middle of the fight, but he's not ready to transform just yet. The first kill on Targamas. Now the Otacon, the target for HLE. KC still hanging around, trying to see if they might be able to contest. Yike here on the front line, wants to smite fight. Viper's all alone, he's gonna be careful, but Kana's got no ulti. Zeus in the back finds the wall, he's gonna be shut down by Kalist, but Viper and Peanut are going forward. It's so many kills for Viper. There's no hope for KC, and HLE bury him in the bot lane.
KC being attacked on all sides, flounder, and are not able to come out on top.
Wow! State around any sort of a neutral standoff, but here comes Zeus. There's no Narbar though. Keep that in mind. This is huge for these team fights. If Zeus jumps in, he's just going to be tiny. HLE going after the Drake. It is secured by Viper on the Ashe. Yike having to run away, but a big engage coming out from Vladdy. They've managed to take down Viper. Vladdy's cutting it out. Zeus is already dead now too. HLE are scattering, and only Zeka's left alive to deal damage. Yes, the Ocean Soul went the way of the Korean team, but it looks like KC might have just found exactly what they needed. Another triple kill for Kalist, and KC are marching towards a Baron that's 5 seconds away from spawn. The bottom lane is his target, but KC securing this Baron. Yes, they lost the Ocean Soul, but they are gonna get something massive in trade. Again, this is KC finding a moment where everything seems to be steadily marching away from them to rein the game back in. It's been huge. It's been what's keeping KC in this game. Now, a lot of damage onto Delight. The curtain call opens. KC trying to get themselves away, but now the potential punish right back onto Vladdy. He's in some danger as the damage pours out, and Vladdy's first to die. Zeka goes on a killing spree. There's no way out for Targamas. Unbreakable will or not. HLE hold the line.
I know the expression has been used a lot throughout the history of esports, but man, if you give HLE a finger, they rip the whole damn arm off. A single misstep from Vladdy in the mid lane, immediately all of the wind is taken out of the sails. It's Hanwha Life on the push.
Kalist has to be so careful here, but Kana doing a great job. Jumps into the wall to punish Viper and Zeka. They thought they had the angle there to kill the KC-80 carry, but Kana ready, jumping into the wall with the public execution.
6K in KC's favor.
Red Bull Baron power play about to run out here. Only 15 more seconds until it expires. Arrow from a long way away. Not going to get a whole lot of value out of that one. Zeus in some danger off to the side as he scraps with Kana. Targamas forced to use the Unbreakable Will now. Knocking Peanut right back into the team. HLE is going to go ahead and lose their jungler. Kalist is dominating, but Vladdy is down, and they've also lost Targamas. Kana's the next target, flashing away, trying to survive, but another TP is ready to answer. Zeus is looking to cut off the escape for KC. Kana's going to teleport to save his own life, but Zeus is in hot pursuit of Kalist. He misses the first boomerang, but he catches it on return. He doesn't want to chase any further.
The fights are just so fast, but it feels... Oh, hang on a minute.
Zeus is going crazy here, jumping in after Kalist. The punish from Kana again, making sure that his carries are kept safe. and Zeus, the mind games against Kalist, he steps away from it, while Zeka is returning to that bottom lane and win this fight and win this game.
Here we go. The bot lane being pushed in by Zeus. Zeka there to catch the mid wave. He does have TP to regroup with his team. This is dropping fast.
Elder Dragon down to 8,000. HLE ready to challenge. Arrow flies out. Damage onto Targamas here at the start. He's frontlining for now. A lot of damage on the Peanut. Public execution flies in. KC's already found the first kill. But what about the objective? The Dragon secured by Yike. A massive three-man shuffle from Vladdy. KC are getting it done. They find two, and they want to get another. Viper with a sidesteps as Zeus interrupts Kalist. And Zeka flies in, but it's not enough. The Elder is making the difference. Zeus finally gets the shutdown. KC, they got the objective, but lost the fight. Only Yike still has the buff.
To clean up the fight.
The bailout changing a lot there.
Goodness.
As HLE back onto the map in time to claim the Baron.
So close, Flowers. It really did feel that KC were gonna win out there.
Oh, nice jump in from Kana yet again. The public execution finding the target. Follow up with a deadly flourish. Zeus trying to get away here. The redemption ready to heal him up. Zeus goes mega just in time. Zeka jumping in to protect his top laner. KC don't have the damage, and they threw the kitchen sink at him. Now everybody wearing blue is stuck in the mid lane. Meanwhile, their base is being torn to shreds. HLE looking to push Nexus. It's Viper and Delight. Zeus has made the TP in as well. Vladdy immediately teleporting back to try to save the game as Peanut will fall to Yike, and the pressure is not enough to end it all the way just yet. KC, there's a lot happening right now. Still 30 seconds left on the Baron. HLE on the push again. Delight with a defensive flash. Viper with a nice sidestep. Curtain call opens up. Viper eats the first shot, but now a redemption ready to heal up the HLE health bars. Fourth shot makes its way onto Delight. HLE are about to have double super minions in every single lane. Even if the game does not end here, it is a painful defense.
As Viper acts as a wall that KC have to break through.
Targamas with a very early unbreakable will. He goes in. He catches Viper. The carry from HLE is dead. Kalist with the kill. And at the darkest hour, KC continue to hold their heads high. They're going to begin the Elder. Vladdy and Kana both with a TP available. Vladdy, a lot of damage here on Zeus, forces the Mysterix out of them there. Delight and Peanut trying to make the fight happen. Delight uses the ulti there from Renata, doesn't get a lot of value out of it. KC will earn themselves an Elder Drake as Delight now trying to retreat down the bottom side, should be caught. I don't see any way for Renata to get away from this. Targamas is first to the scene, and with Kalist nearby, it's another pop. Watch them drop Kalist. This. Make it so there's no opportunity for HLE to come in and contest, but Peanut's ready to go. Arrow flies in. Baron and Elder at the same time. The public executions have hit the target so many times this game. Zeus critically, the Gnar transformation already happening before he can get his recall. KC, they want to use the Elder and try to find something crazy right now. Daisy underneath the turrets, here for the Nexus. She's going to go ahead and die immediately. KC still on their push. Baron enchanted minions. Nice handshake there into Vladdy, but he jumps back away. Curtain call firing off. They want to try to use this to secure a kill there with the Elder, but the execution isn't going to happen. Zeus coming in from behind, but the Gnar has no bar. Zeus needs to be careful about this one as he gets rooted up. Public execution right back on top of him. Zeus is dead. KC with a 5v4 in the enemy base. Viper loses half HP. The Elder no longer active, but the Baron still got 90 seconds. HLE are now the ones missing a Nexus turret.
KC have the Nexus of Hanwha Life in their sights. The TP is going to come through. They've got another minion wave. The Elder may have fallen off, but they have 5 members.
HLE have to defend 4 versus 5. Targamas with a Hex Flash. Not going to find the angle here for the headbutt pull. Zeka, half HP. The death of Peanut, thanks to Kalist, as Viper stays alive for an extra second, but the man needs a bailout. It's not going to be in time. KC stand tall, but they have not done it just yet. A triple kill back over to Zeka. Kalist versus Zeka. The bullets in the air. KC have done it. Gods can bleed, and KC take us to game 3. Season 1 champ versus Season 1 champ.
Yeah. But what it does give you is side lane threat, someone that can match in the... I would still argue that Vlad probably outscales the Ryze on the side lane, but at the very least you can...
Yike might step up, try to challenge for these chickens. No, instead he's gonna look mid, because Vladdy's down to 100 HP. Zeka gonna have to try to get away from this one. Turns back towards Vladdy, knocks Yike away. Zeka needs a little bit more damage, but it's not gonna happen. It's first blood to KC.
They need to push out this wave, but great pathing from Yike.
That grand entrance could have been in some serious danger.
Those deep wards are so important as well as Delight. Remounts.
Oh, Targamas with the flash engage with the grand entrance. Delight stunning up Kalist, wants to keep him away. HLE comes out on top. Here in the 2v2. Delight wants more, but Yike is first to join the fight. He wants to see if he can get this potential kill into Viper. Flash in, and Yike gets it done. Now Peanut shows up. He wants to kill off the enemy jungler, but it's not gonna happen. Yike can't get the extra kill onto Delight, and now Peanut looks for more. He uses the W forward, but it's flash for flash as Kalist barely survives. Getting all the neutral objectives early on. This time around, same story isn't getting told, as now Zeus and Vladdy will be facing off in the bot lane matchup.
I think Vladdy likes this matchup a lot more. Vladimir definitely cannot fight you as much as the Jace can. They have enough time here. Spotted up by Targamas. So, okay, they're going to say, you know what, we're happy with the dragon. That's all good.
Yeah. Maybe try to throw a cheeky projectile over the wall, but they don't even have one that has enough range. Gleaming Quill is pretty short. Viper not getting all the way out of the decimate, kind of knowing the
lane. And now I think they've caught out Kalist, completely isolated. There's nowhere for him to go.
There it is, Peanut and Delight working together. Plenty of damage, and Viper will show up to claim the feat of warfare, claim the kill, and critically, that's a kill on Kalist before he ever got any cash ins. You see right now, going to spend resources, moving into the enemy jungle, as Zeka gets discovered. Realm Warp ready to bring in some firepower from Vladdy. Zeka caught unawares out of position, trying to get away, cannot do it. KC, beautifully done to catch Zeka off guard.
Really good use of deep vision. But anyway, let's focus in on the grubs.
Okay, let's focus up as the supportal combat starts off in the bottom part of the topside river. Delight and Targamas just trading meaningless blows with one another as Peanut and Zeka have control over the grub pit itself. Working on the second grub over the wall. Nicely done from Yike. The immediate drive-by for the smite on grub number 2. Yes, it's only going to be that single grub that they get, but at least it will stop HLE from hitting the huge all 6 points. More than the gold lead for HLE is all on Delight. And support gold really usually doesn't mean that much, as KC is going to start up the dragon for themselves in this bottom side. Zeka putting a ton of damage into the top lane tier 1 turret, but not enough to fully kill the thing. I think it actually would have killed him if the second half would have hit.
Interestingly, they've conceded the top tower completely.
Closer to being fully stacked. 267 for Vladdy on the Ryze, 306 for Zeka's Jace. Neither one of them has the respective item completed yet anyway, but those are going to be massive power spikes for either carry whenever they get completed. Herald was secured uncontested. Also, critically, no boots even of the tier 1 persuasion for the Draven. If he gets caught out, he's in some serious danger. Sejuani ulti whips, Viper with a flash away from any potential follow-up. A lot of damage over to Zeus, he might just die. He manages to turn into a puddle in time, as Kana's gonna be your next target now. Peanut jumping in for the multi-man knockup. Kana's gonna drop, but now you gotta wonder, what can they do with a dead body? He zones Viper away, the Herald gets summoned up, but it doesn't even get to do anything. Zeus critically not dying there, as now Peanut wraps around from another flank. Delight and Zeka looking to chase the rest of KC away. Targamas will be your next target. Zeus coming back in now as well. The enchanted blast cone.
Easy about that play was just before Zeus dies, he gets in the Herald. He then uses it to knock up a bunch of the KC members, but we've got to get back into the action as the dragon is being started off.
All right, dragon's up. Everybody's alive back on the map again. Zeus flying over the wall, here with the blast cone. KC gotta be careful. Vladdy jumps in, but he jumps right in on top of Peanut. Now Zeus hitting him with the tides of blood. Flash over the wall from Vladdy. Viper and Delight trying to reorganize their positioning here a little bit further. KC trying to make their entry as a 4-man squad. In goes Kana, but he goes too far. Chemtech Drake over to Peanut. Zeus on top of Kalist. He needs a transfusion and he's hounded. Targamas gonna be your next target. Yike picks up Viper, but that's all.
all they'll get. 3 for 1 plus Dragon over to HLE.
Stop this from going any further away. I feel like they could still maybe find a good fight. Getting this potential pick onto Peanut here could be the start of that. Nice flash away from the Arctic Assault, trying to use the second half of the Cyclone to get away. Peanut still in a ton of danger. Nice use of the ulti there from Kana. Peanut still alive somehow, but now the counter kills will come out from KC to HLE. It's another one picked up. It's 1 for 1 as HLE trying to get a little bit more. They won't find anything here just yet.
Vladdy's Realm Warp got interrupted by the Atakan, meaning that Casey had to commit.
Zeka goes in. He wants Kalist. He tries to get away there. A little bit more damage will do it. And Zeka with the solo kill. The way that we had the vision toggled off, I felt like it was shark-infested waters.
Yep.
But luckily for KC, they escape. They do have a ward on the Otacon. They know that HLE is starting this up. It's not a super fast take. It's just a two-man. Viper and Zeus. TP coming in now from HLE. The Otacon is not going to drop before the contest arrives. Yike is here. KC is here. Delight over the wall in the Dragon Pit. Zeka here in the front line. Got to be careful about that. The Otacon taking low, down about 2,000 HP. Target's going in with a two-man knockout. Nicely done there. But into the back line goes Viper. They've already found another kill, as well as the Otacon for HLE. Now Vladdy's going to die too. It's an absolute slaughterhouse. And it's KC. Falling to the floor, triple kill for Zeka's Jace.
Just in KC in this third game, they're going to take another tower, and this game feels insurmountable for KC. It's with the duo of Viper and Zeus. Yike tries his best to get the steal. He doesn't quite secure the smite. Peanut ends up securing it. Meanwhile, Vladdy is the only carry. He's the only damage dealer.
An annoying scenario, knowing that you just won that last game, trying to find these engage opportunities, and HLE just playing like monsters, man. Zeus now, maybe in some trouble. 1v3. Vlad's pretty tough, but I don't know if he's that tough. Nice shutdown for KC. Vladdy getting his first kill of the game with a response from HLE, starting up the Baron on the other side of the map. They're 7,000 gold ahead, but they're one man down. Yike's making his way towards the pit. Baron down to 5,000. Yike throws out the Glacial Prison. Delight's job, mark that enemy jungler, keep him away, stop any sort of a steal. HLE will trade Zeus for the Baron.
The tower, at the very least, is going to go the way of KC. Vladdy, level 16 on the rise. That Rod of Ages coming in handy. But at the end of the day...
At the end of the day, Yike might see the end of his day here real soon. Luckily, has teammates nearby. Kalist and Targamas ready to protect their
advantage as well. Another tower will fall.
Yike sliding forward there with the Arctic Assault. Gonna lose the Glacial Armor. And now HLE continuing their pressure, continuing their push. They want to try to go in, but they only find the CC on the Zeus and Delight's into the back line. One to hard force the fight. Viper's ready to follow. Two already down on KC, and Vladdy's about to join them 6 feet deep. Another kill almost comes through. Yike barely walks away as they at least get a shutdown onto Zeka. Peanut and Zeus chasing after the remaining members of KC as HLE will leave Viper in the enemy base to destroy the inhibitor. Kana trying to rough up the minion wave so that Viper can't just walk in and keep trying to end the game.
Vladdy able to clear out that wave, but look at the bot side.
Peanut jumping in on Kalist. Killer Instinct follows it. Draven's dead before you can blink your eyes. Targum is about to follow as Yike's your next target. The Sejuani trying to slide away, but Peanut takes him down. HLE have already killed off 2, and they're looking for even more. Delight finally gets traded back, but Vladdy's Seraph's Embrace is the only thing keeping him alive. The Realm Warp doesn't matter. He dies to the Hemo Plague. Targamas survives with 100 health. Peanut still chasing after him, getting juggled around a little bit, but it doesn't matter. HLE is on to the Nexus itself. It was a valiant battle from KC. They proved that HLE are indeed mortal, but they are some damn tough League of Legends players, man. HLE, despite the fact that they may have gone the distance, will do it in style and take down KC.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.